Hi everyone, we are group 7. I would like to introduce my group members. I'm Đỗ Hồng Ngọc and they are Phạm Lê Thục Anh, Vũ Hải Dương and Vũ Tuyết Minh. Today we are going to talk about the topic compare and contrast between single-sex education and mixed education. Before we go into details, I would like to talk about the educational system in general. The education system are made up of organizations ranging from kindergarten, general schools to universities. This structure is designed to formulate people's knowledge one step at a time according to their levels. And schools is one of the most important stage of the educational system where we are trained to absorb basic knowledge and prepare for our future. In the past, education was available for boys only, but nowadays both genders have the same and equal right to attend schools. At the present, education is divided into two types: single-sex educations and mixed educations. And now I'll give you the definitions of them. The single-sex education is the practice of conducting educations with male and female attend the separated classes, and the mixed education is the system where boys and girls study in the same classes. And the next part is the similarities. We believe that in both kind of educations, students are provided the principal subjects such as math, literature, physics, and language. And a student can get the equal opportunities for learning and benefiting from their teachers and friends that help them to develop some skills such as communication skills, teamwork skills, or creative thinking. And students are able to express themselves as they wish, so it can help them to improve their self-confidence.
Now, I will talk about the differences between these two types of educations. And to illustrate the points, I will use the teaching method and the learning experience. First is about the single-sex educations. At this type of education, pay attention to only one gender, so they have the teaching method that is suitable for that gender, which means that the teachers or the students will understand themselves better and they will have a specific learning experience based on the gender. And this will create the opportunity for the students to improve their learning related to the sex. Next is about the co-education. The co-education have girls and boys, which means that the teaching method now have to be neutral and balanced between these two genders. Therefore, the girl can learn from the boys and the boys can learn from the girls. They will select the good point from each other and improve themselves. This means that the learning experience now here will become more diverse and various. Therefore, they can improve themselves in a special way that is suitable for themselves and not relatable or not may depend on the gender. That is the end of the difference part. Next is the advantage of these two types of educations.
Okay guys, now that my friend have talked to you about the similarities and differences between these two types of education, I'm going to tell you about the advantages of each one of them. Now first we have the single-sex education, and two main advantages comes to mind. First is that single-sex education provide a relaxed environment. Let me explain. Since in this type of education there is only boys or girls, therefore they don't have to worry about impressing the opposite sex. Another advantage is that since there's only boys or girls, as we mentioned, there will be no gender discrimination. Therefore, most assignment or most criticism will be fair. Next, we have mixed education. Now, mixed education provide also two advantages. First is that they help students prepare for the real world, because in the real world students no sorry not because in the real world they will have to interact and work possibly very closely with the opposite sex. Therefore, they need to get used to that since an early age. And the final advantages of mixed education is that they provide the chance to promote equality, because you cannot promote equality in an environment that only has one gender. This has to be done. This has to be taught with where both genders, both boys and girls, know about each other and interact with each other. Okay, next.
Been through similarity, differences, and advantages. Let's talk about the drawbacks of these two types of education. First up, let's take a look at the academic aspect. For single-sex education, there are still absent verifications of more superior academic results. There are no well-designed research that proves that these schools improve students' academic performance. As for co-education, there are still ongoing sexist prejudices. Many teachers and parents believe that boys should focus more on science subjects such as math or biology, and the liberal subjects such as literature and languages are for girls to excel at. Therefore, preferential treatments and biased expectations are still seen at these schools. Now, for next up, we have social aspect. For single-sex education, it can be ill-fitting with the actual real-life sex situations. At these schools, only feature either males or females in a classroom, which differ vastly from the actual workplace environment, where two genders work together. This can leave their students unprepared for the competitions between two genders and ways to cooperate with the opposite sex. And it can also lead to maldeveloped social circle. The student social circle, often based on their relationship built at school, attending academic facilities follow this type of education can limit the student's social connections to a specific gender and feel to the opposite sex. They can be alien to socializing with the opposite sex. As for co-education, it is incompatible with some religious beliefs. Many Muslims believe that placing boys and girls together in a classroom can lead to serious harams, which are wrongdoings. Therefore, they still prefer single-sex education classrooms. Today, we've taught to you about similarity, differences, pros and cons of two types of educations. The similarity is the equal opportunities, and the differences lie in teaching method, learning experience. The advantages include environment and gender discrimination. We just talked about drawbacks on both aspects, academic aspect and social aspect. This is the end of our presentation today. Thank you for listening.
We would like to receive your answer for the question. Which type of education do you prefer? Why do you choose that?